At this point, I can see that Big Bopper is open and available on the desktop. So ensure before you open and start Dreamweaver that you can see the file locker. It's not necessary that your named folder is on the desktop. That's not what we want, but just that the file locker is open. Right now, I'll open up and start Dreamweaver. Okay, and by now we're familiar with the welcome screen. We can just X out of that. We really don't need it. Here my site has already popped up in terms of the files, but we're keeping in mind that there are other students that use the computer that you're on throughout the day, so you can simply go to Site, Manage Sites, and find your name among those that are listed. Click on Done, and then we would hope that you shouldn't have any problems accessing that, but if so, just call my attention and I definitely will help you. Now, once you can see all of your files here. I have my required page. You should have about at least 3 or 4 additional pages in terms of your contact, about, whatever else you may have named those pages. I'm going to also take a look at take a look at the remote server to make sure everything is active and available. Good, I see my index. Some other folders, the background, about me, perfect. So I'll click back on the local view and I'll just do a refresher for myself, for my benefit. I need to open the index page. I'll double click on that item. Once you have this page open, you can split the mode if you'd like to, just in terms of your viewing capabilities. Right now, I'm going to work on changing the font or the typeface that I'm using. This looks like Times New Roman or Helvetica. I want to make sure I'm in the properties, the HTML properties. I'll simply click on the page properties. And here, my page properties, this should look a bit familiar when we was working in CSS, but here it demonstrates the basic fonts that are used, where it says Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. This tells me that in Dreamweaver, the user or the visitor to my site, whatever font is available on their computer, it will appear. For example, if the user does not have Arial, that means that Helvetica will appear in replace of it, and then sans serif. So here, take some time to just flip through the different fonts that are available. There's some fun fonts like Comic Sans, Times New Roman is pretty uniform, Georgia, and there are so many to choose from. But just find something that you like. I'll choose a serif, New York serif. Now the text color presently is black. You, of course, are encouraged to change it to something that you'd like. Let's see, I'm looking for something a bit medium in terms of the color here. And I'll leave the background color the same and click on apply, and it changes the text color. Keep in mind I changed the font is what we're working on here. I don't particularly like that, so I'm going to change it back to black actually. Okay, and I'll click on not okay just yet. I want to make some more changes. Let's see what we have. Let's go to the links right now. Okay, now if you're saying what is she referring to in terms of links, you can simply open your web page. I'm going to open one of the browsers here, Chrome, since I haven't used that. These are the links that are currently on your navigation bar that dealt with, for myself, the assignments page, the exercises, and so forth. So right now I'm just going to put in my URL. Okay. And here it demonstrates the basis of my website. So where it asks us about the links, the link color is that red or maroon. Okay. If you have visited the site, let me go back. Okay. If you visit the site, it says that it's going to stay maroon. Okay, that's what it means in terms of visit. When a person rolls over, it's still that color. And if it's active, which it definitely is, the links on my footer also are the same color. So those are the ones that are always active. Definitely home is always active. So you can see here in Dreamweaver among my page properties that you might want to change the color. Okay, you may want to change it to something like black or maybe yellow, orange, but definitely something that is visible. Okay, I will change it to orange. That will be the link color. If someone rolls over it, I think I want to be consistent with the orange. So I'm just going to copy, hold down the Command key and the alphabet C to copy that, and I'm just going to paste it here. I'm going to change all of them to that orange. And I should be able to see, here you can move your page properties windows over, and you can see that those changes have been applied. I'm going to leave that, and I'll keep the font at Helvetica Arial Sans Serif. And that's all I need for right now. I'm just going to click on OK and then take a look at it and see what it looks like. Definitely that University Red does not go well with the orange. So let me play with that now. Let's see, take my live view off. Obviously, I'm in the design mode. I have the HTML properties present. I'm going to click on the header here. So that only captures the heading is what I'm going to work with now. Okay, I'll go over here to my CSS styles and click on current, and it says that the background for this header is 6D0017. Now what I'm going to do is look online to find a hex color that I particularly like and want to use for my website. This website here, a link was provided in your readings from the last week. You can open up Blackboard and simply click on the link. Let's do that now. Let's see what we have. Let's see, Blackboard is here. And this would have been for week 8. Okay, and now we have the website open. This is a website that I use in graduate school, particularly taking design courses, that helped a great deal in terms of understanding colors, the color wheel and such, also hex colors. Let's see, I really like that blue and purple. Those are nice. Sort of work with that. It's a bit dark. Definitely, you do not have to choose the color that I am, but this is just an example. So it says that the hex is 7CCFA2. What I'm going to do is just copy that. Hold down my Command key and the alphabet C. Now I want to reopen Dreamweaver. I'm still thinking about my background. I'm going to just click here inside of my background color, and now I will paste, holding down the Command key and the alphabet V. Click off of it, and now it demonstrates that new color. It says that my text right now is colored at white. I think I want to change that. Okay, let's see. Let me go back to the Adobe color wheel and find something that I think particularly will work well with that sort of pastel green. I think I'm going to stick to orange. The text of my links is, I believe the text color for my links are orange, so I believe I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to copy this code and go back into Dreamweaver, and I'm going to change it now. Delete that and Command V. Okay, so I'll take a look, and this is what I have. Now, you may not like the way it looks. This is just something that I'm trying. Of course, you may have colors that you say, oh, these are my favorite colors. I know that they will work. If that is the case, that's perfectly fine. If it's not the case, not to stress out. That's what the color wheel is there for, you to just play around with it. Now, I will not leave my website these colors here, but this is again just a starting point for me. Keep in mind that you can also make this text italics. You can change it. You can make numerous changes to it. Also, you can adjust the sidebar here in terms of the colors. Let's try that right now. I'll take the live mode off and go to my split mode, take the design off as well. Split, okay. And right now I'm looking for I'm going to actually work in the CSS. Right now I'm going to find the sidebar in my CSS code. Okay, here we are. FFF is a background of white. You can always do a Google search to find the hex color if you have the numbers or the alphabets. I will pull Adobe's color wheel back up in the next video.